Good morning. My name is Ed Miltenberger. Myself, along with Michael Manis, formed an organization that's called North Star Strategic Services. And at the convention, the PIA endorsed us to be the consultant of choice for valuations and mergers and acquisitions. Of course, we do additional things, strategic planning and things like that that are related to those topics. But I'm glad to be here this morning. Hopefully you were able to see the first sequence that we had with Mike's introduction, the second, which was the first part on the valuations, and today we're going to talk about the importance of evaluation to an agency. All of these will be relatively short, and you're welcome to browse through the library and jump in whenever you want to. So, why is an evaluation important to your agency? The number one reason for evaluation is really the planning aspect. We talked about this last time, but it becomes the reference point moving forward for your organization. And we talked a little bit about the fact that if you're not growing and your team doesn't feel like they're going somewhere, you are at risk to lose those people. So, in my opinion, evaluation is sort of a benchmark so that you can show that you're growing and your organization's moving forward. And that's not just in one category, it's really in every category. Secondly, it impacts the culture of your organization. It creates expectations on every participant in the process. And through the process of doing a SWOT analysis, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, through looking at your mission and vision and your purposes and goals for the organization, to put all that in writing and create a discipline for your organization is critical for your talent to see themselves progressing, not just as it relates to building your agency, but also in their own professionalism and in their career. Finally, we talked about the fact that from a worst case scenario, evaluation provides a reference point for your spouse or your executor so that they know what the value of your agency is. The value of an agency that doesn't have a succession plan can drop as much as 30 to 50% with the death of a principal. So these are critical events for you to address. So what's involved in evaluation? It's fairly straightforward. Most of you keep financials. We look at your tax returns. We compare those to the compiled financial statements that you get through your CPA or that you create off of your system. We gather agency data relative to metrics around your production, your markets, the relative growth over a year-to-year basis. We look at your contracts, producer contracts, some carrier contracts, in order to validate the fact that you've protected yourself and your organization so that if you lost a market or you lost an individual, it does not create critical harm to the agency. In addition, as we gather that information, we begin to create a financial pro forma. And that financial pro forma actually shows the amount of cash that the agency spins off. And today that is what the marketplace looks at. How profitable is an agency? Have you built something that's just supporting your income and your lifestyle? Or have you built a business that could thrive and continue to thrive with or without you? And then finally, at the end of the process, there's a value that we can give you that again creates that reference point going forward. We'll talk more about the valuation process next time, but I'll leave you with this. There's 6 critical areas that can affect your valuation. And if you go to the PIA website, those 5 issues that affect your valuation more than any other are spelled out, and you can download that document at the PIA website for future reference. We'll talk more about that at our next get-together. Thank you for your time, and look forward to visiting with you again soon.